What's up, my YouTube family? Welcome back to the Gaming Brigade, and in today's video I want to show you one of my favorite ways to farm for XP in the game. Now I know for a lot of you out there, you may be just returning to the game after stepping away for a while, you may be a solo player, or you may just be someone who doesn't have a lot of time to play when they log in. Therefore I wanted to show you some really efficient ways to gain some XP in a short amount of time. Now if you happen to be new here, feel free to hit that subscribe or join button. If you enjoyed this, do me a favor, hit that like button as well, and remember we are currently having a giveaway for an Xbox Series X. To enter, all you need to do is subscribe here or follow on Twitter, and the winner will be announced on July 4th of this year. One thing I want to make sure I mention as we begin is that this video is truly designed for new and returning players. You know, if you're a vet and you can rip through a heroic mission with 4 directives, this is not the video for you. Having said that, you can see here with this reward track that there are some amazing weapons and gear that you can pick up along the way, and the best part is they are guaranteed drops. And as all of you know, anything guaranteed in this game is a great thing. You have all the new exotics, everything you're looking for. Now it's important to mention that all of these items, including the Kingbreaker, which we're highlighting right here, they can be farmed for before you get to them in the seasonal reward track. For instance, yesterday I was playing Countdown and I wound up getting the Kingbreaker from one of the hunters. So again, my friends, all of these weapons and gear and all of the exotics are in the general loot pool. So if you don't want to take this route of farming XP just to get through the season, you can farm for the weapons or gear directly. With all that being said, my friends, let's now get into the farming XP aspect of the video. Now, every time a new season comes out or we have, let's say a global event or something like that, the number one question I get is how can you farm for XP fast? Now, what I'm showing you is one of my favorite ways to farm, and that's hitting up territory controls. Now, as most of you know, in this game, there are no shortages of ways you can farm for XP. You have missions, you have control points, you have a bunch of different stuff. However, with the territory controls, the best thing about them is that when you hit them up, they take maybe 30 seconds to clear. And not only that, you also have the option of resetting your control points, going back to the exact same spot. So once you become efficient with farming these areas, you can gain a ton of XP in a really short amount of time. Now, to give you a baseline of the type of XP you can earn, I'm doing this on challenging with 3 directives, which is going to net me about 200,000 XP each time I do one of the events. Now, when you add in the travel time and resetting your control points, it takes about a minute 45 seconds, maybe 2 minutes total to run this over and over. So in under 8 minutes, you're gaining a shade level every time. And actually, that's more XP you will earn from running a heroic mission. Let's say if it's Lincoln Memorial on heroic with 4 directives, you're going to actually earn more XP this way, and you don't have to worry about dying in the middle of missions, starting over, anything like that. Now, once you've cleared the territory control, you can see here it's no longer on the map. All I'm doing is resetting my control points, and I will be taken to the nearest safe house. And at that point, I open up my map. I hope that it's there, and if it is, my friends, I just farm this spot over and over again. Now, it is important to mention that some of these territory controls do not respawn over and over again. So what I recommend doing is find one that you'd like to farm on the map, run it once. If 2 or 3 attempts don't reload it onto the screen, move on to another one. Now, as I mentioned at the beginning of the video, there are no shortages of ways to farm for XP in the game, especially when it comes to open world activities. You can see here we have a resource convoy. You also have the option of finding regular patrols, elite patrols. I mean, there's so many different things in the open world. There are also things such as, like you have the propaganda broadcasts. Those take a little more time. They are in a stationary location, but again, there's a few more waves of NPCs. So in my opinion, farming territory controls is one of the best ways to go. Now, in regards to these different, convoys that run around the map, depending on where they spawn is going to dictate where the next wave of the NPC comes out. So as you become more and more familiar with them, you'll be able to rip through them really quick. Again, they do spawn in different locations, so that's why I'm a big proponent of the territory control, as I've said like 30 different times. But these are really efficient as well. Again, a lot of XP, short amount of time. Another one of my favorite spots to farm, or I guess open world activities to farm, are the elite patrols. There are usually like 4 NPCs standing together. It takes you about 15 seconds to take them out. And again, this is on challenging with 3 directives, but you're getting about 260,000 XP in about 20 seconds of your time. It's absolutely awesome. You'll see here in a second how quickly you can get through it and how much XP you actually get. And as I start to wrap this video up, I want to mention, obviously, if you can do this on a harder difficulty with directives, you want to do so because you will be gaining more XP. However, I know there are a lot of players out there who are now just returning to the game. Maybe you're on the fence between challenging and heroic, or you struggle a little bit on heroic playing on your own. That's why I recommend dropping the difficulty, adding the directives, and just stacking that XP, my friends. And actually, one more thing I want to mention in regards to the elite patrols or the warhound convoys is that they do not respawn over and over. I think they're on a 30-minute timer. I've tried logging out and logging in, and my friends, if you have any workarounds and you know how to get them to respawn on a more regular basis, please let me know in the comment section down below. With all that being said, I'm going to start to wrap this up. You know, in my opinion, I recommend look, we've waited so long for new content. I recommend taking your time going through the game. However, when it comes to actually gaining the seasonal levels, there obviously is a great benefit in doing so to get the new gear and weapons, so this is one of my favorite ways to do so. As always, I want to take a moment and thank you all for your incredible support of my channel, the Division 2 content. Over the last year and a half when we've had nothing new, you guys have stuck with me, and now that Season 9 is here, there are going to be a ton of different videos, builds, farming, all that stuff. So again, thank you for being a part of this family. At this point, I'm going to let the rest of the video play out. You'll see a little more footage right here is that warhound convoy I was talking about, fish in a barrel. It's absolutely awesome. But like I mentioned at the beginning of this thing, if you happen to be new here, feel free to hit that subscribe or join button. If you enjoyed this, hit that like button as well. But most importantly, take care of yourselves, be kind to each other, and we will talk to you soon. Thanks again, everyone.
Detecting additional